Man, we absolutely played right into their plan with this one. This is a massive left and Democrat L, if I've ever seen one. I talked about it a couple days ago, but the TikTok ban. The TikTok ban went through with bipartisan support, meaning the Democrats and the Republicans had a generally unanimous support for the bill and passing it. All the while, from the sidelines, Donald Trump stayed mostly silent. At multiple points, in fact, Donald Trump expressed he was in favor of banning TikTok because it's a Chinese company and they're super progressive on the platform. But something changed. The TikTok ban went through, and the day the TikTok ban went through was just a couple days ago, a couple days before the inauguration. Very convenient timing. And when TikTok got banned, people who were using the app were hit with this message. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. It goes deeper than that. Okay, to be fair, TikTok ban ruins the SEO of what I'm trying to find, and so nothing would come up anyway. But I was told that TikTok simultaneously updated their terms of service such that now, or updated their algorithm in terms of service such that now you cannot search for leftism or fascism. Like, both those terms cannot be searched now, supposedly, but nothing's coming up for that, and I heard that from word of mouth, so take that with a grain of salt. Regardless, this was a very clear instance of collusion. ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, or TikTok's CEO, who knows, colluded with Trump and MAGA in order to push forward a bipartisan ban on a product that was then immediately walked back by Trump, made a big deal about because of how unpopular the policy was, and now Trump gets to be the hero that unbanned TikTok. Guys, it was always the plan. It was always the plan. The Dems bit the hook, and it got set. They took the bait, and they got caught.
It's passed in Congress. It gives the president a right to make a deal or to close it. And we have 90 days to make that decision. So if I do the deal for the United States, then I think we should get half. Like a joint venture, I think we would have a joint venture with the people from TikTok. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's...
You can see where Trump's thinking right now. He wants to own half of TikTok, and maybe this is how he's making it happen.
One of many ideas I've had. So many different products made in China, and nobody ever complained about it. The only one they complain about is TikTok. And TikTok is largely young people. I guess I have a warm spot for TikTok that I didn't have originally. But, you know, I went on TikTok, and I won young people up by 36%, Peter. To be honest with you, I think we have bigger problems than that. But you know, when you take a look at telephones that are made in China and all the other things that are made in China, military
He has a warm spot for young people, guys.
Equipment made in China. TikTok, I think TikTok is not their biggest problem. It's past.
So Donald Trump is now the hero who saved TikTok. Gen Z and Gen Alpha Americans around the country right now are thanking Trump for bringing back their favorite app, the app that has played such a part in brain rotting 2 generations of American youth, may now have played a big part in solidifying the American youth and not just being conservative, but specifically being pro-Trump conservative. They now feel like day one in office, Trump has done something for them, the young TikTok generation. Trump did something for them on day one. He undid the ban. Biden, the Democrats' tyrannical ban. And mind you, there will be no media reporting about how bipartisan the TikTok ban bill was, how all the MAGA GOP supported it. There will be none. It was the Biden TikTok ban bill, and that is what it'll always be known as. And Trump will be known as the brave hero who saved TikTok on day one. Biden had no hand in banning. Nine Tails Fox, you have to read the news or watch the news or pursue truth to know that. If it's not something you would already know inherently, it's not the truth. This is Trump's America. If you don't already inherently know it, it's not the truth. If you have to research it, read it, or learn it, it's lies. It's propaganda. It's the enemy within. Don't you know? This is Trump's America. Those are the rules now. And just today, on his first day, Trump signed the executive order pausing the TikTok ban. The app is now back. Wait, that's live radio. No! No! Fuck you, NPR! No! Stop! Why won't you let me stop it? Oh, God. Okay. President Trump signed an executive order on Monday seeking to hit pause on a law banning TikTok and to provide a liability shield to business partners of the popular video app. According to the order, the law will be paused for 75 days, and companies that work with TikTok will not be liable for doing so. The text of the order said this will give Trump's administration time to, quote, pursue a resolution that protects national security while saving a platform used by 170 million Americans. Quote, essentially with TikTok, I have the right to sell it or close it, Trump said from the Oval Office after signing the executive action on Monday. We may have to get approval from China. I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll approve. Trump said his administration will work on a joint venture between the United States and undisclosed other entities. I think you have a lot of people who would be interested. I think you've got a lot of people who would be interested, Trump says. Trump's action is tied to a TikTok law that took effect Sunday and makes it a crime punishable with stiff fines for companies to support TikTok as long as the service is controlled by ByteDance, a Beijing-based tech company. Lawmakers from both parties who passed the law in April, I'm glad they at least mention it, but no one will care, fear TikTok could cooperate with the Chinese government to use the app for spying or nefarious data collection. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court ruled the app's well-supported national security concerns justify a forced sale. Yeah, it just doesn't matter, though. I've yet to speak to anybody left or right who was in favor of the TikTok ban. It's literally a situation where, like, I actually understand the ban to have been, like, objectively a reasonable thing, for, like, all the reasons explained, and even the Republicans pretended to agree with it, but obviously it was always just a ploy to use the Democrats' genuine concern for American security to get them on board with a bipartisan, unpopular with the people bill that Trump could then immediately roll back and make himself look good on day one. It was literally his idea to ban TikTok. Yeah, it was Trump's idea to ban TikTok. Yeah, he was the original guy who suggested it ought to be done. Here we go. Wikipedia, at least, gets the entire timeline for us. In 2020, the United States government announced that it was considering banning the Chinese social media platform TikTok upon a request from then-President Donald Trump, who viewed the app as a national security threat. The result was that TikTok owner ByteDance, which initially planned on selling a small portion of TikTok to an American company, agreed to divest TikTok to prevent a ban in the United States and in other countries where restrictions are also being considered due to privacy concerns, which themselves are mostly related to its ownership by a firm based in China. TikTok later announced its plans to file legal action challenging the order's transactional prohibitions with U.S. companies. The lawsuit against the Trump administration's order was filed on August 24th, 2020, with TikTok. So once Biden took office. Oh. Trump pushed the TikTok ban. ByteDance is willing to divest. Biden takes office. ByteDance sues the government. Trump takes office. Trump pauses the ban. ByteDance is willing to divest. They had this plan going for 4 years, dude. 4 years Trump and TikTok have been working on this plan. That's crazy, bro. Holy shit. I told you guys TikTok was evil. I told you guys. I told you it was evil. Obviously. It's literally China waging, like, mental warfare in order to dumb down our population. What, like, obviously. Like, China, like, ran studies to figure out how much the existence of Vine lowered Gen Z's IQ while it existed, realized recreating it, but worse, could destroy America, and then they did it, and it worked. Like, what do you expect? TikTok later announced plans to file legal action challenging Trump's, not Trump's administration, the Trump administration's order, but it was Biden's administration, with TikTok arguing that the order was motivated by Trump's efforts to boost re-election support through protectionist trade policies aimed at China. A separate suit filed the same day by TikTok's U.S. technical program manager, Patrick Ryan, against Trump and Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross saw a temporary restraining order, arguing, okay, so maybe it hasn't been going for 4 years. Maybe the plan is more recent. Arguing that his due process rights were violated and the ban was an unconstitutional taking of Ryan's property under the Fifth Amendment. The suit also claimed Trump's action was likely a retaliation because of TikTok videos organizing pranks against a recent Trump campaign rally. American technology company Microsoft had previously proposed an idea to acquire TikTok's algorithm and other artificial intelligence technology, but this was declined by ByteDance, as its executives expressed concern that it would likely be opposed by the Chinese government, which in turn had criticized the Trump administration's order as a smash and grab forced sale. On September 31st, 2021, ByteDance suggested that it would prefer the shuttering of U.S. operations over such a sale, which was the status quo until today, when Trump came in and TikTok said, thankfully, Trump plans to save TikTok. So yeah. TikTok is, its CEOs are part of Trump's oligarchy. They helped to get him elected. It's actually crazy. I think we're going to learn, over the next few years, we're going to learn a lot about how much was invested in into getting Trump into power. How many companies, social media figures, how many massive cogs were part of the machine that got this guy elected. We know Joe Rogan, TikTok, obviously Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk with Twitter. Like, how much more are we going to find out the entire system has been bought out and rigged against us? If there was a rigged election, this is what it looks like, by the way. All of these companies agreeing to actively rig public perception against the Democrats. From mainstream media to these social media companies, everyone was shitting on the Dems and talking up Trump. It's as if all those billionaires had a vested interest in the billionaire getting in power. We'll have to wait and see. If you guys enjoyed this segment, if you found it entertaining, enjoyable, or educational, then please consider leaving a like and a comment as well. Likes and comments are the best way to support the channel and my content. It helps to boost me in the algorithm and get me seen by more people, so I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you want to see more from me on other platforms, be sure to follow my social medias linked down below, subscribe and ring the bell icon so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload a new video. And finally, if you want to support me directly, financially, help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, then please consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, StreamElements, Patreon, or buy some merch through the Streamlabs link down below in the description. Regardless of how you support me though, thank you all so much for watching as always, and have a good one.